me continue this topic about IEPs and special education and general education. As I made clear, I was a IEP student in general education. However, I received my first aide in first grade. An aide is an assistant for the student who helped me navigate the school. She was able to give me one-on-one time on subjects that I needed more support in. She was able to help me with my physical needs. And I had an aide from first grade to third grade. And then in fourth grade, I moved across country again. And in my new school district, I didn't have an aide. I still had trouble with some physical aspects, and I advocated for myself, and I was able to get the help that I needed without an aide. And I was fine. I made straight A's and B's that year. So I was learning about myself and knowing that I can do it. But then we moved back to the school district that gave me an aide. But this time, I got a new one. And this was in 5th grade. And the first thing she says to me is, "You're not going to need me after this year." That was her goal. Her goal wasn't keep the job. Her goal was me, my independence, my future. And she gave me the support I needed within my education. But she also helped me with skills that I needed to learn to be a successful, independent student going in to middle school within 2 years. She knew that I didn't want an aide going into middle school. And she took the time to work on organization, to work on independence, and being able to carry my books, carry my backpack, and accommodate. There's things that I had trouble with. One thing I always had trouble with is moving from task to task because of the speed. Putting my book away, getting a new book out, that was challenging, especially when we had those desks that you had to take everything off and raise up and raise down. I love those desks, but at the end of the day, it made things challenging for me because I had to literally move everything off and put it back. So, focusing in on the individual student's needs is very important. Don't throw them all in a classroom and just give up. Stop teaching them general ed. That's not helping anything. That is saying, oh, you learn differently, so you don't need to learn this because you're never going to amount to anything. That is not okay. Not okay. We need to be more student-based and not teacher-based. Yes, teachers need more support. Absolutely. I'm not saying you don't. But what I am saying is if you hired more teachers, aid, whatever the case is, find a way to accommodate students and show them that they can do it instead of making them feel small and like they can't. Maybe there would be less behavior issues within the classroom. Maybe they would be more successful in the future going to college, living their best lives, because they had teachers that actually gave a shit, not teachers that made them feel bad for being different.